Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Rosina Sharon and today I'm going to do makeup on this very beautiful model of mine, and we are going to do a very simple bridal look for a white wedding. So before you do that, kindly subscribe, share thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them kama kawaida, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let us go straight into the video. So we're going to start off with the eyebrows, starting off by brushing her eyebrows using a spoolie first before we start lining. And to line today we're using the Davis number 3 eye pencil. We're going to make this eyebrows look as natural as possible, so we're not going to use anything very dark or fill in a lot. For the upper side of her eyebrows, we're going to leave a bit of space around the inner corner so the eyebrow does not appears so artificial. And then next we're going to brush through her eyebrows using the Becca primer, and then press that in so it stays put. And then next I'm drawing hair-like structures and filling in the areas where I feel like there is a space only. Then after that we're going to clean her eyebrows, and I am using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. So I'm not starting off from the inner corner. The product remaining on the brush is what I'll use around the inner corner. So we don't use too much product around the inner corner of the eyebrow. And I'll be dragging the concealer down as I go, so it's easier to blend after. Next, before we start applying eyeshadow, we're going to set her eyelids using the very concealer we used to clean her eyebrows, which is LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And then after that, we're going to use the Plouise eyeshadow base. This is in the shade 2. This helps in maintaining the pigment on the eyeshadow when we start applying eyeshadow. So for her eyeshadow, we're going to start off with the brown transitioning shade, and we're going to concentrate this around the outer corner only. We're not going to drag it all the way to the inner corner. And all the products we have used on this look will be on the description box, so kindly check the description box for all the products. And then after that, we're going to blend in the first transition using an orange shade. This is a very subtle orange before we darken the area around the outer corner. And then to darken the outer corner, we're using a black shade because we wanted the outer corner to look really dark, because we wanted that ombre effect on her eye look. And when you're doing this, use a smaller brush to darken the areas around the outer corner so it does not spread all the way up. And next, we're not going to draw a cut crease. We're just blending the crease region so we don't have any creases whatsoever before we start applying eyeshadow on top of it. So for eyeshadow today, we're going for a very nude matte shade, and we're using a more of a fluffy brush to apply that on, because we want that blend to be very subtle and very smooth. And then after that, I'm going to apply a bit of a glitter liner and then spread it through the eyeshadow, because I wanted that shimmer from afar, if that makes sense, on her eye look. And then after that, we're just going to do a one line. We're not drawing a cut crease, just one line as an eyeliner. And then after that, we're going to blend in the edges of the eyeliner into the eyeshadow using a black eyeshadow, so it blends in with the black transition we used. After we're done blending that in, we're going to apply some falsies before we move on to the face. And then I personally prefer doing the creamy eyeliner on her waterline before I start doing her face, because once I'm done setting the whole face up, I don't want to mess up anything while I'm doing the eyeliner part on her under eye, on her waterline, sorry, not under eye. So moving on to the face, we're going to start off with the ordinary hyaluronic acid. Then we're just going to apply 3 drops, and then massage that onto her skin, or rather blend it into her skin, allow it to set first before we move on to moisturizer. For moisturizing and sunscreen, we're using the Cerave hydrating moisturizer and sunscreen, and then again allow it to set first before you move on to applying primer. So make sure you blend that in, then give it a bit of time to set before you move on to primer. After that has set, we're going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte primer, concentrating mostly around her T-zone area. And her skin is very oily, so the technique I'll be using on her face today is preferable for oily skin. And for primer, make sure you tap it in, let it be absorbed into the skin, and set first before you move on to foundation. You've already seen the foundation I'm using the Zikel foundation because it is best for oily skin, and we're just going to blend that in. Avoid using fresh product around the under eye and around the corners of the nose region. So I'm just going to blend that in throughout her face, and then I'm going to use a darker foundation around her hairline, all around the hairline, so the foundation does not appear very bright around the hairline. And when it comes to blending, take your time to blend in. Don't be in a rush to blend. And then there is a new technique I learned recently. So after I have applied foundation, I'm going to apply a bit of a cream blush around the cheeks before I move on to highlighting using a concealer, and the cream blush will stay there the whole time. And trust me, I know it looks crazy right now, but trust the process. It's going to look amazing after, especially for bridals. It works like magic because that blush will appear very subtle when you're done, after you're done blending in the whole thing. So next we're just highlighting using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, starting off with her under eyes and then blend it in. I prefer blending in concealers with a beauty blender instead of a brush, but that is just my preference. After I blend that, I am going to highlight the bridge of her nose and her forehead. And when it comes to highlighting the forehead, like I always say, highlight less when you have a big forehead, highlight more with a small forehead. And then after that, to set the highlighter, we're using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 330, the finishing powder. And this works like magic, guys. If you've never tried setting using a finishing powder, use the Maybelline Fit Me finishing powder. It works best. Any other finishing powder, not as much, but the Fit Me finishing powder works like magic. And it leaves a very flawless blend. You can see the makeup has been set, but the blend is very flawless. And if your client has a very oily skin, you can add a bit of a setting powder on top of the finishing after you're done setting using the finishing powder. So set all the areas you highlighted using the concealer, and then after that we're going to apply a bit of contour on the areas where we did the blush. And look at that, the shade is amazing when you're done with the whole thing. The shade of that blush with the contour looks great. And then we're going to contour the forehead and then contour the nose using a smaller brush. And when it comes to contouring the nose, please blend it in using a fresh brush so you avoid having harsh lines around the nose contour. Next, I am just doing a glitter liner below the eyeliner for her waterline. I normally do this if I want my client's eyes to look a bit bigger, or rather to brighten up the eye. And I wanted to bring out her eyes in the whole of this look. And then after that, we're just going over her face with the finishing powder that matches her skin tone, just to blend everything in. Then after, we're going to set the face using the Badescu setting spray. Then after that, we're going to highlight using the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shade Hustla Baby. And look at that. I just love how the cheeks look. And then a bit around the bridge of her nose, not too much though. And then after that, we're going to start off her lips by lip lining using a brown lip liner. And then we're going for a nude shade. For the ombre effect, we're going for a nude shade from Golden Lip Cosmetics. And then after that, we're going to apply a bit of gloss on top. And that would be it from me today. I hope the quality on this video was amazing. And yeah, for bridals, especially for white weddings, I recommend you do something very simple, something very timeless, because these are pictures your bride and videos your bride is going to have for the rest of her life. So do something very timeless, simple but flattering to her skin tone, skin type, her facial features, all that. So I hope you have enjoyed this whole tutorial. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.